So one of the factors that we heard of is one of the biggest source of supply for donors for human hearts were car crash accidents. And because of safety improvements of cars and airbags and that stuff, it's very hard and more difficult to find young human hearts for transplants. That's the first factor. As well, we should not undermine the difficulty to manage the explant of these human hearts and make sure that they are acceptable for transplant as well. So it's very hard as well in terms of management. So these are the two reasons, I guess. Less donors and the difficulty to manage that expense. And that's the reason why there is a real need for total artificial heart, because the waiting list is longer and longer. So the two biggest differences with SynCardia are biocompatibility and pulsatility. So biocompatibility, we are using biologic tissues, bovine tissues, for both valves and for the membranes, which are covered with pericardium, which makes potentially the biocompatibility much higher than SynCardia. So it's easier to manage in terms of anticoagulation for the patient. The second thing is pulsatility. So we believe that the issue with all the devices in mechanical assistance today is the lack of pulsatility. So what does it mean? It means that these devices have a fixed flow, so they don't adapt to the need of the body. And it creates many issues such as GI bleedings, all that stuff. So we are able, thanks to our system, to really vary the flow of the heart and adapt it to the need of the body. So thanks to our hydraulic system, so our pumps are not in contact with blood, and that's the unicity, if you will, of our system respect to all the others. That's the reason why we don't develop any thrombosis. By definition, so what we are doing, if you help the heart with left ventricular assistance, obviously you don't help to the right part of the heart. What we are doing, even if it's called total artificial heart, at the end of the day we replace only the two ventricles. So replacing two ventricles, obviously you stop the development of the disease on both sides of the heart at the same time. So you should avoid any issue of right heart failure. It's been part of the plan since day one. So now we will expand the list of the centers to countries abroad, outside France, if you will. And we are working on approvals in a few countries around France. And we are working at the same time with the FDA to see if there is any opportunity to start an early feasibility study in the US. So that should help to obviously accelerate the enrollment of the study for the CE mark. Yes, our idea right now is really to develop the company as fast as we can. So yes, we would have enough money, we believe, to finish the CE mark study. But as we said in our plan, is that we are willing as well to expand in the US as quick as possible, as it is really maybe the most important market in terms of patient target. So in order to accompany that development altogether with the CE mark, we need to have more funding to have as well a manufacturing site able to supply products for these studies.